Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Susanna.
Hello, Abram.
What do we have for today?
I'd like to ask you, how does hate affect the mind, body, soul, consciousness?
Hate can come in two ways or two forms. Learned hate or born with hate. There is a saying, some people are born with love in their heart. Some people are born with hate in their heart. Now, the way it is learned is when the child's parents innocently say things like, I hate that, I hate that, I hate when that happens, I hate when this happens, I hate when that looks like that. The child learns the word hate, and it becomes a judgment. I don't like that, so I hate it. I don't care for that person, so I hate that person. This is learned behavior, learned hate. Born with hate in the heart, the child begins his or her life within a state of being called hate. And this child grows into adulthood, becoming a narcissist, having absolutely no regard for anything or anyone but himself or herself. Everything has to go his way or her way. Cannot be any other way. There is no changing that individual, that adult, no changing. The child who learned hate, this can be changed. The child can learn a new behavior. Does not necessarily have to be love, but it can be acceptance of all things and allowance of all things. Hate can be, and usually is, a state of being. But it is also an emotion at the same time. So is love. Love is an emotion. They are equal. They are basically the same. Because both operate on one power, as I have talked about before. Operating on one power, this makes them both equal with each other. They both have their own certain power and their own identity. But the individual who was born with hate in his or her heart, this cannot be changed. This is his or her identity for life. Hate and love can both change mass or collective consciousness of all people. And it takes only one person to change the mindset of most all people. Only takes one person. Because, and this is not a slight on anyone, because I think everyone is brilliant, but most people are followers, not leaders. Most people need someone to follow. So they are given ideas that are based on and in hate. And they believe in those ideas. So they adopt those ideas in their life also. They do not necessarily become hate, as the individual who was born with hate in his or her heart. But they use it in their lifetime to direct them to make certain choices, usually negative, not all the time, but usually negative choices. But those people, mass consciousness, can be changed not back to love, although mass consciousness can be changed back to love. But the best way to change mass consciousness, collective consciousness, is to change it into believing, thinking, acting with, not reacting to, allowance and acceptance of all things, all people. You have a person with hate in his heart. Don't hate that person. Give that person love. You do not have to love that person. But if you give that person love, it will negate most of the hate in that person's heart. You might not see it. You might not experience it, but it happens. Identity is all about who, what, and why you are. You can be about love, you can be about hate. It does not matter, because they are both the same. They are emotions. So, if you choose to be all about love, you do not have to be overly demonstrative with love. Oh, I love you, I love today, I love the flower, I love that dog, I love that person, I love me, I love everything. Oh my God, God is love. You don't have to be that way. Just understand that all things are because they are. All people are because they are. And things can change, but it takes time for change to take effect. Within all people, within ideas, and all the rest. So if you choose to be all about love, give love. You don't have to love everyone, everything. But if you just give everyone and everything your love, just give it to them. I send you love. This can change things more quickly. If you choose to be all about hate, then enjoy it. Because something cannot be negative while you are enjoying it. It is nearly impossible. So that is what I have to say. What do you say, Susanna?
Oh, I have some questions here.
All right.
Okay. So everyone, you've taught us that everyone is born with all possibilities within them.
Yes.
And we create our design for life.
Yes.
And when we are born with all possibilities, we have the choice, because of free will, to accept or disregard any type of experiences that will change our personality or have an effect on our personality and identity.
Yes.
So I'll make this point, but I'm going to move on from that quickly.
All right.
Is that when, let's say, two people are born in very similar circumstances, let's say within the same family, and it's a very dysfunctional family, a very abusive family, one child excels and doesn't let all of that abuse and dysfunction change the core of them, where the other child might go in the opposite direction. So one may be successful and one may end up just, having a horrible life and being a drug addict and not being able to deal with their problems and so forth. So if someone was born with hate in their heart, and someone is born with love in their heart, that is also part of their design.
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Before birth.
Yes.
However, because we are born with all possibilities, they do not have to, it can change.
They can change, but they choose not to.
Now, narcissism, we get into a whole nother spectrum, because there's a huge spectrum of narcissism, from very little to the extreme, the absolute extreme. Now, mental health experts are saying, and I even wrote this in my book, that narcissists are made. That they're made either, and there's all kinds of possibilities, of course, but basically they're made either by having a life of everyone telling them how wonderful they are and how great they are, and they're not disciplined, and oh, you can do no wrong, and yada yada yada, and they go through life as an adult thinking everyone excuse me, everyone owes them something. Narcissists are also made by extreme abuse. Now, there can also be a mixture of, oh, you're so great, our family's so great, we're so rich, blah, 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 but also coupled with great abuse. Now, on our side, in this reality, if narcissists are made, and they're not born, there's kind of an agreement that no one is born a narcissist. They're made, especially by either one of those circumstances. However, that too is a choice of the soul, correct?
Yes.
So for us, it looks like they're made, but it's also part of their design, and they have followed their design precisely and chosen to take whatever experiences has happened to them in childhood that put them on the path to being a narcissist.
Yes.
And then with narcissists, you also get into the area of sociopaths and psychopaths.
Yes.
Where people have no empathy, no feelings, no compassion, no love. It's all about me, 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 me.
Yes.
Would you like to expand on that? Yes.
Very simply, I will expand quickly and simply.
Okay.
All of that comes from hate. All of it. You can be born with hate in your heart. You can have your family members tell you, oh, you are brilliant, you are so good, and everyone owes you everything. You are good, you are brilliant, you are a master, you are this, you are that. Does not matter what you are told. Because hate will take over. Hate is the most powerful energy in the universe. Hate. And absolutely no regard for anything or anyone. Your medical people have come up with different levels of narcissism, but there is only one. You are either a narcissist or you are not a narcissist. Period. And those who, and it might seem this way, those who are made into being a narcissist, it seems that way, but not really, but it seems that way, but not really, but it seems that way. They have chosen that as their design, to experience that. Again, here we go again. Before people are born, they create a design for their life. The design can be of anything and everything that the individual needs to experience during the course of any one given lifetime, or lifetimes, plural. So all of what you said, good points, all good points, but it all comes from hate, from the energy of hate, because energy creates everything. What do you think?
I agree. I have another question.
Go.
A lot of people say that the energy of hate and love are very, very close together.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on that?
And at the same time, people say, well, hate is the exact opposite of love. Love is the opposite of hate. And I say, no. Love and hate are the same because they are just emotions. They are equal. You can look at it as being hate being the antithesis of love and love being the opposite of hate, and so on and so on. And a shift is coming. So everyone's consciousness is going to rise out of hate and become love. No. Does not happen that way. The individual has to decide to change within first. Then you will have the outer shift. I've said that many times, and I am saying it again. Change happens within the individual. Shifts happen within the individual. Hate is a part of love. Love is a part of hate. You cannot really separate them. They are actually one identity. Now, choose what side you would like to be on. Love or hate. No matter what you choose, do not judge yourself for having chosen how you want to be, what you want to be. When you do not judge, you are almost enjoying. Think about that. You judge things all day long in your life. Everyone does. It is human nature. Stop judging for 1 hour. See how you feel about things that you normally would judge. You might be surprised. What else, Susanna?
Sending love to someone. And you don't have to love them. You just send them love.
Yes.
So you're sending them energy.
Yes. Is there a point or a question?
There is. I'm trying to formulate it because sending someone energy without them asking for it.
But you don't have to send them energy. But go ahead, continue.
What you're just explain a little bit more. You're not sending love as energy. So you send them love, so what are you doing?
If I am with someone who has a bad attitude toward me or toward life or toward himself or herself or animals or insects or nature or anything, just evil in his heart or her heart, madness and hate and all the rest, I would just smile. That is sending love.
Okay.
You don't have to think about sending energy. I am sending energy to that person. Oh, the energy is going out my hands, out my eyes, out my ears, out my nose to that person. You don't have to do it that way. Smile. Say hello. Nice day, is it not? This is sending love. Keep it simple. What else,
Okay.
Susanna?
That clarifies it for me because I'm not going to sit there and,
No, you don't have to sit there and focus on sending love and spitting out all of the energy, and the energy is coming out my eyeballs and you don't have to do it that way. Smile. Hello. Nice day. I feel good today. Nice day, is it not? No, it is not. Well, then I guess the only thing left is to enjoy it. Enjoy it not being a nice day. What do you mean? I don't know. I'm just rambling on. Never mind. They'll get the point eventually. That idiot told me to enjoy having a bad day. What is wrong with that dummy? Wait. I'm having bad days all the time. I guess I am enjoying it. Otherwise, I would not be having bad. Eventually, they will get the point. What else, Susanna?
Eventually. All right, so this kind of leads me into the world of karma. Now, karma, as you've explained it before, is not what we think of as karma, as retribution. You know, you do something good, you're going to get good back. You do something bad, you're going to get something bad back.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so let's take someone who, a sociopath, a psychopath, a huge narcissist, someone who has, let's say, great influence over a lot of people, a cult leader, a religious leader, self-help guru, anybody. And they end up hurting a great number of people.
Yes.
And are very cruel to people.
Yes.
People want to think that there's going to be some kind of retribution for someone like that.
And there will be.
And as you've explained before, when we die, to keep it simple, we're all in love and peace and there's no judgment.
There can be, but usually not.
What do you mean can be? Because you have said that if people feel like they're being judged, they can create their own panel or group of people.
They can, but usually, let me interrupt you, thank you. It can be that way, but usually the person himself or herself after death, what you call death, will judge himself or herself in ways that they need to. Now, here is the point. First of all, most people are followers. They need someone to tell them what to do, when to do it, how to do it, what not to do, how not to do, and all the rest. They choose that. That was their design. They had chosen to live that type of life. Now, the cult leader, the enlightened one, so to speak, upon death, his or her judgment will be understanding. Understanding what he or she is really all about. Then they begin creating a reality in which they are serving people for their highest good, to create balance between physical and non-physical life. Balance, because it is all about balance. Everything is about balance. Balance and frequency. And upon understanding what really they are all about, the frequency will change. Not necessarily become of or about love or hate or anything, but it will change in the way that will allow the individual to really become what he or she can be. Not was, but what they can be. What do you think?
I'm curious as to a couple of our conversations about cruelty and basically what we're talking about here, and cruelty for a lot of people. That may be their design in having that experience, but focusing in on the person that's creating that hate and cruelty, even to people that they might not know but have influence over. Does the universe balance things out?
Yes.
Will that person receive back at all?
Yes.
What they have dished out?
In the form of understanding. Understanding becomes their karma. Look at it that way.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
All right. What else, my friend?
I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Then that is it for me also.
Okay.
This has been fun for
It's
me.
been fun for me too.
Absolutely. I have enjoyed myself.
Me too.
I hope all of you are enjoying yourselves. If you are not, then enjoy not enjoying yourself. Have fun not enjoying yourself. Try it. It might change your mood. Anyway, what is a mood? It is just a choice. So choose wisely. Thank you, my friends. I love you. Enjoy your day. We will see you again. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.